Okay. So today we have three topics, and it's really, really annoying that the government isn't listening. They aren't listening because kidnappings, terrorism is still going on. The government is obviously not worried about the US coming in because they're not listening. Right now, 25 schoolgirls have just been kidnapped in Kebbi State. I think it was less than an hour ago. So we're having a repeat of the Chibok girls incident, and it's really unfortunate that these people are not listening. The government is not trying to tackle insecurity, even though the US gave them a warning and said if they should continue this, if the killings continue, they're gonna come in, and still kidnappings are happening everywhere. They are still widespread. So let me just give an update as we're waiting for more people. Please let's share the space and let's request the mic. Hi, Michael. Okay, so let me just give an update real quick of this incident that just happened. So it's by diasporamedia.com. So 25 girls at least, so that means there might be more. At least 25 students were abducted and the vice principal killed during a deadly attack on the government girls' comprehensive senior secondary school in Magat, Kebbi State. So this is a government school. So according to reports, the incident occurred Sunday night. So this happened in the night, Sunday night, but it's just being covered now. Sunday night in the Danko Wasagu local government area, and reports indicate that the attackers killed the vice principal, Madam Hassan Makuku, while he tried to protect the students. This is just giving me a deja vu of another school incident like this, that some teachers were killed or kidnapped alongside the students. So operated with ease, causing panic across the school and surrounding communities. So community members have been offering prayers for Makuku, asking Allah to grant him mercy and comfort his family over the loss. The Kebbi State Police Public Relations Officer CSP Nafiu Abubakar confirmed that 25 students were abducted during the raid. Governor Nasir Idris, that's governor of currently out of the state, and sent his deputy governor, Senator Umar Tafida, to the school to assess the situation. Ahmed Idris, the governor's chief press secretary, said the deputy governor is on site as of now to provide updates on behalf of the state. So that's what's basically happening now, and it's really unfortunate that this was going on. Really, really unfortunate, and it doesn't make sense to me. Lastly, concerned parents are anxious about this. Hold on, guys, 1 second. I don't know what's going on. Yeah. Concerned parents and residents anxiously awaiting news about the fate of the abducted students. So obviously, this is another Chibok girls experience. The only difference is that okay, the schoolgirls that have been abducted are actually less than the 100 and something, I believe, or even more than Chibok girls. So this is really unfortunate. This shows that banditry, kidnappings, abductions is still business as usual. Obviously, Kebbi is a state that has both Muslims and Christians. We don't really have updates about if these girls were Christian, just like Muslim Christian, just like the Chibok girls. But I'm sure we'll get more updates. And at the same time, there's still a lot of banditry abductions in Zamfara as well as in Kaduna State. So they're out of the jungle. In Zamfara State, bandits kill three and they are four people, while terrorists kidnap 12 residents, including Ekwa pastor in Kaduna. So we'll come back to those other two, but I need to also talk about something else that happened, I think it was this week, where some teachers who are directors in a school were traveling from Lagos to Abuja for a promotional exam, and they were traveling by road and they got kidnapped along the Lagos to Abuja road. And the most annoying part is that their kidnappers are asking for 150 million ransom on their head. That's as a whole for the, I think they were up, there are a lot. I don't know if they're up to 10 different teachers. And they're asking for 150 for all of them. And their families are like, how can they come up with this money? You understand? It's not making sense. So this shows that nothing has changed. There's still kidnapping. They are rampant. So let's just quickly go to this other story, real life experience. I don't even want to call it a story anymore. Like real life happenings that are going on right now as we speak. So in Zamfara State, let me look at this. We'll expand as more people come in. Okay, we'll expand the topic. So this was published 4 hours ago. So at least 3 people were killed and 64 others abducted in Zamfara State. This happened on Saturday. One of the school girls happened yesterday night. This one happened on Saturday, November 15th. So according to reports, the attack occurred at Tegi, Baza village in Safi local government area. And children and women were among those taken to unknown locations. So just like the schoolgirls now, children are being attacked, kidnapped, as well as majority of women than men that are being abducted. I don't know, maybe because it's easier for these kidnappers to do this. And we know how even in this way, some children were killed, literally burned along with their houses. The way children are even being killed in these terrorist attacks is really, really bad. It's really, really bad. And no child should suffer that. Like we're not in Gaza, we've not been officially declared that we're at war, but the same thing that happened in Gaza is still happening in Nigeria, and the government isn't doing anything. So apart from the 3 people that died and the 64 people that were abducted in Zamfara, 4 other victims sustained gunshot wounds and were rushed to Saki General Hospital. So one of them was killed while traveling to Kaduna. That's from Zamfara while traveling to Kaduna. So the attack happened a day after the Minister of Defense visited Zamfara and announced that it was going to bring about new troop deployment to the state. So that is what these people are going through. It's really, really sad that at this point, the Minister of Defense is saying it's going to deploy troops instead of actually by now deploying those troops. Not just even in Zamfara, we know that the Zamfara governor has been complaining a lot. I believe that Governor Lawal and stuff like that. But I think that apart from Zamfara, Kebbi, Kwara, Benue, Jos, they're really facing the brunt of these attacks, and then the government should literally do something. They should actually get military personnel to actually go and handle this, or at least give guns to the vigilantes that are there, because the community members that are there have been complaining that they don't have enough weapons. In fact, sometimes the military people will come carry their weapons and say that okay, that then they are gonna safeguard the area. Meanwhile, when the terrorists come, they run away, claiming they don't have enough weapons. And this now leads people to think that the government actually softly sponsoring this, because why would you chase away the community members that want to fight the vigilante groups, and then when the terrorists now come, you actually run away? Like I don't get it. So is it that you want the attacks to happen? And also apart from that, we've heard so many times how um the intelligence personnel rather in different states have been notified, especially in Benue, that an attack was going to happen. In fact, even Zamfara governor said it that he knows the exact place of the terrorists. If he is giving aid from Abuja, there are actually young people among these 12 people. So the group added that since 2016, that's Amnesty, rural communities in parts of northern Nigeria have lived under constant stress, forcing many people to abandon their homes. And the worst affected cases have been in villages in Plateau, Zamfara, Southern Kaduna, Benue, and Katsina. So she checked the jumbo. The pictures of all of them have been reviewed. It is really unfortunate all of them are young, except because all of them are young. I can't see any close picture. I need to go and check. And one of them is a minor, like she's really young, maybe let's say 5 years from this picture. While there are six women, three men, like I said, and out of these 12 people, there are children of 13, 14, and 15. All their pictures now on the job if you want to check. So, Jade, you have the mic. Thank you for joining.
Oh, good afternoon. I was just going on. I just saw this face. Good afternoon, the host. Can anybody hear me? Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Yes. I just came across this face. Just to let me enter. But I don't know where you are reading this thing here. I don't know the source of the information where you're reading it. Let me hear before I make my own submission. Is it my network? Can anybody hear me?
Yeah, thank you so much, Jane. Okay, so please let's just repeat the space and request the mic for now.
I was asking if
So
someone can hear me. Now I do not hear anybody saying.
sorry, you said what?
I was asking, can one hear me? Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? And nobody was.
Oh, I'm hearing you loud and clear. Sorry.
Most of this creation are our problem. Now, if you look at within states, if you go to most of the before the major problem of security was domicile in the northeast, which compasses of 6 states. That is Taraba, Adamawa, Gombe, Yobe, Borno, and Bauchi of 7 states. There is Kano, Kaduna, Jigawa, Zamfara, Katsina, Kebbi, Sokoto. These are northern states. Check most of these states we are talking about where these crises are happening. In most of these areas, there is no, the government do not care. Government in that state, I'm not making emphasis on the federal government. Government in those states don't even care to know whether they have express roads from the state capital to most of these local governments. This is not responsibility of the federal government. And even the local government, there are bigger town within the local government that don't have access road. In other words, how much, how far have governors been able to spend this money judiciously to build good access road where if there is security issue, the security men can take maybe 15 minutes to be in that place. Many of our states in the north does not have access road to local government. If you see a state have 22 local government, maybe you can say five, six, seven have clear access road to local government headquarters. The rest of the local government, a a journey of a journey of 1 hour or less than 1 hour will take you 3 hours to be there. So some of these security issues get reduced. Over time, people have been arrested. That even the citizens, because my brother, your brother, his brother is among these people. Oh, they are giving us money. We sacrifice our own villagers, people's life for what will we eat. These are things happening. These things are happening, and it's fact. A nation is not built by only government alone. A nation is built by the government and its citizens. When you know something is wrong, You say something about it. We discuss. I always give example of people in the southwest, like Yoruba people. We are talking about, oh, yeah. We know go police. We are demanding for state police. State police. State police has not been established. The southwest people organize what they call Amotekun. Amotekun is helping to an extent, and there is sincerity in it. In the north, it has never stopped. They have never stopped anything to be done like Amotekun. In Borno here, I'm in Borno, yes, right now talking to you. In Borno here, there is vigilante that work hand in hand with the military. Although they don't give them the things like Kala to use, they give them pump action. But relating with their own people and gaining information and knowing the ground better to lead the military people helps a lot. So I don't believe in seeing things on paper and if you go to the ground, you see a different thing. You see a different thing. Now, sometimes we talk about, even if you're talking about security, which is has been championed by most of these NGO organizations and data on net. People will say, you look at the data fact says United Nations say, UNICEF said, who are the UNICEF? Most of these NGOs, what are the source of their home source? Just do a Google check. Ask how many NGOs we are sent packing in Meduguri. How many NGOs we are sent packing in Meduguri? You will find about 5 NGOs. Action against hunger is number one. What is the sort of action against hunger? His home state is France. Almighty UNICEF was sent packing in Meduguri. Where is UNICEF? These bigger organizations we call NGOs, that the non-profit organization or non-governmental organizations that have bigger funding, are the always ones sponsoring our local NGOs to get data of people who died and the sponsor then give them money. At the end of the day, it does not stop only there. They influence the data. No one can come here can say anything. Our local NGOs don't have money. Sometimes they look for money through these bigger NGOs. And at the end of the day, they dance to the tunes of the bigger NGOs because they have interest. They know what they're here for. They cook certain that place, the less you get from.